now identify as gay. I used to self-identify as bisexual because, for the obvious, going back and forth. But when I met my now husband, that's when I stopped dating women completely.
I am a lesbian and asexual, and I just choose to identify as genderqueer. I don't have a great attachment to gender or what my gender is, so I just use that as my label. But yeah, I'm super gay.
And I'd been with my first long boyfriend for about a year, but we were still living this very kind of straight life. We had a one-bedroom apartment, but it had twin beds, and we slept in the same twin bed. So if anybody would have touched the dust on the other one, they would have known. When we finally did get outed, we moved away, like within a month.
Oh, wow.
Like less than a month, we were boom, and we were in Minneapolis. The stress, the shame, that sort of thing. So this was in the early 80s.
Can't like imagine being outed, because I came out by myself. But I've had friends who are outed, and it sucks. I can't imagine it. Coming out is not a one-time thing. You don't just come out to like your family or your friends and then you're over with it. You have to come out to strangers. You have to come out to basically everyone you come across, and it's just part of getting to know someone. And there are people that assume I'm straight.
It's interesting to hear you say that, because certainly in my generation, you would want to be assumed to be straight. Hearing how things have evolved is still really interesting to me. But the part about having to come out constantly to people is still a major factor. The significance of actually coming out day wasn't that big to me initially, but then I worked at the LGBT Center here in LA, and it was a big deal there because we got it off. So then I realized, oh, that does give people an opportunity to reflect on like personal journeys.
It's a significant thing. It gives people a chance to come out, and it gives people like a set day. And like that helps with anxiety a lot, is saying, I'm gonna come out on National Coming Out Day. On that day, I'm gonna be ready. Coming out now, I wish I threw a party. That would have been so fun. Because like everyone around me was accepting, and plus it would give me an excuse to have all my friends over. And I could make a rainbow cake. It would have been awesome. It's a weird phenomenon because almost everybody I know is LGBT+. And so coming out for me was just sort of like wearing rainbow bracelets all the time. And they're like, oh, are you LGBT+? Yeah, cool, me too. And that was the most of my coming out to my friends now. To my parents, it was just sort of like, I'm a lesbian, I identify as a lesbian now, and I would really love to talk about that on the YouTube channel. Like even coming out to them wasn't necessarily my main concern, it was coming out publicly. Publicly though, it was a huge relief to have these people. I got a few hate comments that were very interesting, but now I can just look back on them and laugh.
The interesting thing about coming out in previous generations, when it was to a small community, really it was more about a sexual thing, I think.
Yeah.
But today, and certainly after that period, it became more about identifying with a tribe and a community, and that became a much bigger deal. So I think being out now is about being part of the community, about instead of just, you know, who you're having intimate relationships with. Past generations, I'll speak to that one, way more traumatic. You know, somebody found out and told everybody, that sort of thing. But I think the community ended up being somewhat tighter because you only knew these certain people, and so you're very supportive of each other at that time period.
Now with the internet, you're linked to so many people, and you can come out anonymously before you come out to the real world. I've had people come out to me in my YouTube channel who like don't know me before they came out to their family, but we have our community online, and we can get to know each other and have this amazing group of LGBT+ people. And I hope to be viewed as some sort of activist in the future for younger generations. I hope I'm doing something. That's what I want to be doing, is making the world a better place.